Hey guys, it's me, Savannah, and it looks like you just found my channel. So today is going to be a little story time and blast to the past because this story took place in the 6th grade. So that was about...
Help me! Help me!
Three years ago, maybe more. I'm going to be a freshman next year, so we are just going to be talking about my evil science teacher. Now, this lady was no joke. She was crazy. Like, I don't even know. My oldest sister actually also had her as a science teacher. She's been tormenting kids since my sister was in 6th grade, and she is currently going into her sophomore year of college. So there's probably a lot of traumatized kids out there, and to them I pray for them because I had to go for it too. Go through it too, not go for it. So back in 6th grade, and I have no idea what year that was because I do not pay attention, I was just a much shorter version of this. There was no glow up happening, if any of you were wondering. It just ain't there. Like, I'm sorry. But back then, I was a hard-working, lovable little angel. So I wanted to do my work in class. So I was just taking notes like the lovely girl I am. And my teacher had previously asked us to take notes, which is why I was taking notes, because if you didn't ask me, why would I be taking notes? Like, I was good, but I was not that good. So, like, she asked us to take notes. So I was writing down on my little notebook our little notes, and this teacher will use the name Miss Gertrude because Gertrude just has like a tone to it that I think really fits her personality. Ugly, sorry, if your name is Gertrude, I am not calling you ugly. I'm just saying that the tones in the name just... I take it back, but we're still gonna call her Miss Gertrude. Her name is not Miss Gertrude though. So I was like, Miss Gertrude, I am listening to your instructions, taking notes, being the little holy angel that I am. Okay, so then she has the nerve to embarrass me in front of the entire class, saying, Savannah, why are you doing your work for another class in my classroom? And just keep in mind that it wasn't in that nice tone. She was like yelling at me from across the room. Like, she was here and I was over here and she was yelling. So keep in mind there was about 20 students in between us. So yeah, all those people just witnessed me getting yelled at for doing something I was supposed to. So I'm just over here in a shock. Like, Miss Gertrude, I'm just doing what I have to be doing. But instead of saying that, I just look up at her, roll my eyes, saying I was doing what I was supposed to, throw that stuff away, and you know what? Never mind. The notes have left the building because I ain't doing your work anymore if you're gonna yell at me. Like, so this whole classroom just sort of looked my way and was like, oh, sis. So keep in mind, Miss Gertrude thought I was doing my LA homework in her classroom, which I was not doing, by the way, because I did my homework. Like, I did my LA homework already. I was prepared for the day to come and do LA. And keep in mind that I also had LA like after lunch. So if I really wanted to do my homework in school, I could be doing my LA homework in lunch. But you know what? No. She doesn't think of that. She thinks that I'm trying to waste my lovely science time doing LA. Keep in mind, I hate LA. Like, I can't even speak English. So, like, I don't know what she's thinking up in here, but whatever. Whatever. But, girl, at least check yourself before you wreck someone else. Like, that was harsh on me. Like, it's scary. I was a little sixth grader, and this teacher yelled at me for doing nothing wrong in front of 20 people. 20 people! You might be like, that's not a lot, Savannah. But I'm like, yes, it is, girl. A party is 3 for me. Like, it's scary. Like, this lady was yelling at me all the time, and I was never doing anything. And keep in mind, there was so many kids that were doing the wrong thing all the time. But did they ever get yelled at? No, of course not. Because why would she yell at the kids being bad? This girl must have gotten her degree in crazy, because I don't even know what was wrong with her. So let's go from this time of the year to this time of the year. This is now around March. We were in around November, but we're in like March now. Me being a cultured, darling angel, I spoke a little French. And keep in mind, we weren't allowed to take French or German or whatever in 5th or 6th grade. We had to take Spanish. So my expectation is that none of them are gonna know French. I knew 2 people that could speak French, and I'm still friends with one of them. The other one, bye girl. And the person I'm still friends with that speaks French is in my class of 6th grade. So we talked some French because he didn't know any English. So we were talking some French to each other, and I had some French written on my hand. And this Ms. Gertrude, okay, comes over and looks at my hand, is like, you shouldn't have that kind of stuff on your hand. It's inappropriate. I don't even remember what was on my hand, first of all, but it probably wasn't even something that bad. It was 6th grade. Like, relax. But she comes over and looks at my hand because suddenly she went from a science teacher to some, like, oui, I speak French. Oh my gosh, listen to me because I am your French teacher now, like, kind of person. And she was like, you gotta wash it off. You shouldn't even have that there. You shouldn't even be writing on your hand. Do you know what that can cause? Like, what are you? A science teacher, a French teacher, or a doctor? Like, leave me alone. So, like, I wasn't very happy. I wasn't very fond of this lady. But let me just give you the little final story. Now, this isn't bad for me, but this is bad for her. So this is just her little karma spinning right around on back to her, okay? So there's like this thing, like the March Madness thing for basketball. I don't know sports, but like it's a thing. So you had to fill out brackets, and the people who won got to pie whichever teacher they chose in the face. Not every teacher was gonna get pied, but we just hated Miss Gertrude that much that the winner, we're gonna call her Sally, got to and chose to pie Miss Gertrude right in the face. And girl, did she have that coming, and did she deserve it? Yes, because she has been tormenting all these little children. Like, remember how old are we? Like 12? Like, we're not some like 14-year-olds. We're literally 12, and she's just like turned our 6th grade science into a horror movie. Little Sally over here, thank God for Sally, decides she's gonna pie Miss Gertrude in the face. So we stand Sally. So that's the lesson. We stand Sally, okay. We all got to witness this. The entire group of kids that have Miss Gertrude as a teacher gets to watch this. Gets to watch her get pied straight in the face, looking like a really weird image came to my head, so never mind. She looked weird. It was just a whole bunch of ice cream smashed into her face, and all her kids that hated her got to witness it, laugh in her face, just as she deserved it. So I'm sorry, Miss Gertrude, if somehow you find this. I'm not saying that 6th grade science wasn't the worst thing I've experienced, but it was definitely up there. So if you're watching this, I have a recommendation for you. Don't be a witch and torment children, because we're so cute, aren't we? We are just the cutest kids. We are like the best class ever. Why'd you have to hate on us so hard? Like, relax. So please stop. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. It was super fun to rant about and just, throw everything in the pot and share it to you guys. Yes, 6th grade science was a nightmare. I fell asleep all the time because it was boring. Thanks for sticking to this point in the video. I love you guys. Hope you had a better science experience than I did in middle school. Love y'all. Stay awesome. Bye.
We'll go.